Welcome to the Amazon Rainforest, the beating heart of Earth, home to over 3 million species, yet still full of secrets. Today we reveal the top 10 rarest animals of the Amazon Rainforest, creatures so elusive, many are known only by trace sightings or whispers from deep within the canopy. This is more than discovery, it's a race against time. This is the last of their kind. Hidden in secluded lagoons and gentle tributaries, the Amazonian manatee is a freshwater siren few ever see. Weighing up to 450 kilograms and stretching 3 meters long, this gentle herbivore feeds quietly on aquatic vegetation. Unlike its marine relatives, it never enters salt water. Known to local indigenous communities as peixe boy or cowfish, the manatee is a sacred symbol of peace and calm. Manatees have no natural predators in the Amazon, but they are extremely vulnerable to human threats. Poaching, habitat destruction, and collisions with boat propellers have decimated populations. Dams and industrial development fragment their territory and isolate breeding groups. This manatee species has some unique traits. It lacks nails on its flippers, unlike its West Indian cousins, and its lungs run along the spine, allowing buoyancy control in shallow water. It can stay underwater for up to 15 minutes, but usually surfaces every 2 to 3 minutes. Manatees communicate using chirps and squeaks, especially between mother and calf. A mother will nurse her baby for up to 2 years, further slowing population recovery. Conservation efforts are underway, including breeding programs, protected habitats, and community education in Brazil and Peru. The Amazonian manatee is more than a rare animal. It is an ancient sentinel of a vanishing world. Affectionately called the pink dolphin, the Amazon River dolphin defies belief. With flexible necks and human-like intelligence, they navigate murky rivers like ghosts of the jungle. They're not always pink. Calves are born gray, and their color changes with age and activity. Males, often more scarred from intraspecies conflict, appear more vibrantly pink. They can turn their heads nearly 180 degrees, unlike oceanic dolphins, thanks to unfused cervical vertebrae, a perfect adaptation to the tight, complex river environment. These dolphins are apex predators in the Amazon River system, feeding on more than 50 species of fish, including piranhas and catfish, and even turtles and crustaceans. They use echolocation to navigate murky waters and hunt, emitting clicks that bounce off objects and return detailed sound maps. Culturally, these creatures hold deep significance. In Amazonian folklore, they are shapeshifters known as Boto Encantado, river spirits that take human form and seduce villagers. Killing one was once considered taboo, but today they face serious threats. Illegal fishing practices, entanglement in nets, mercury contamination from gold mining and dam construction. Some fishermen even kill them for bait, a heartbreaking twist for a creature once seen as sacred. Organizations like the Mamarawa Institute and WWF are working on community-based conservation, and recent bans on their hunting offer hope. But the clock is ticking. The pink dolphin's survival reflects the health of the entire river. When they suffer, the entire aquatic web is in danger. Meet the armored excavator of the Amazon, the giant armadillo. This elusive nocturnal mammal can weigh up to 60 kilograms and dig burrows over 5 meters long in a single night, armed with 20 claws, including a central digging claw that can reach 20 centimeters. It is built for destruction, but only of termites and ants. One giant armadillo can consume tens of thousands of insects in a single feeding session. Despite its size, sightings are rare. Most evidence of their existence comes from motion sensor cameras or footprints near destroyed termite mounds. They are solitary and shy, spending the majority of their time underground. Their ecological impact is huge. Armadillo burrows serve as shelter for over 25 species, including snakes, owls, and small mammals. In this way, the giant armadillo is a keystone species. Its presence ripples across the ecosystem. Habitat fragmentation and bushmeat hunting are pushing the species toward extinction. Conservationists are racing to tag individuals with GPS trackers to better understand their range and behavior. Saving the giant armadillo means saving the unsung infrastructure of the forest floor. Called the Phantom of the Forest, the short-eared dog is the most enigmatic wild dog in South America. Described only a few times in the wild, it's so rarely seen that even seasoned biologists go their entire careers without a sighting. Its fur is charcoal gray or chocolate brown, with tiny, rounded ears and an unusually long tail. Its partially webbed feet hint at a semi-aquatic lifestyle. It hunts amphibians, fish, birds, small mammals, and fruit, showing high adaptability. Unlike most wild dogs, it's largely solitary and avoids scavenging. It prefers dense, unbroken jungle. Habitat loss is its greatest enemy. Roads and farms cut through its territory, opening it up to invasive species, disease, and poaching. The species is especially vulnerable to canine distemper and rabies, transmitted by domestic dogs from nearby settlements. Only a few studies have been conducted on the short-eared dog, and we know almost nothing about its reproductive behavior. Some researchers believe it may be the least understood carnivore on the planet. Without urgent protection and further study, it risks vanishing into myth. With flowing golden-orange fur and intelligent, expressive eyes, the golden lion tamarin looks more like a jungle deity than a monkey. It's a cooperative breeder, meaning the entire group helps raise offspring. These social primates live in groups of 2 to 8, sleeping in tree hollows and communicating with high-pitched whistles. Their small size, only about 25 centimeters in body length, makes them vulnerable to predators like snakes, ocelots, and birds of prey. To stay safe, they leap rapidly through the canopy, rarely touching the ground. By the 1970s, deforestation had reduced their population to under 200. Today, that number has climbed over 3,000 thanks to captive breeding and forest corridor programs, but they remain endangered. Golden lion tamarins are a conservation success story in progress, yet their survival depends entirely on continued habitat reforestation and anti-deforestation laws. One lapse, and decades of progress could unravel. Deep in the upper canopy of the Amazon, the black-faced black spider monkey reigns as an aerial acrobat. With long limbs and an incredibly strong prehensile tail, it can swing, climb, and leap distances that would cripple most creatures. Its tail, often referred to as a fifth limb, can support its entire body weight. Adults reach up to 9 kilograms in weight and can live over 20 years in the wild. They rely heavily on fruit, traveling large distances daily, up to 3 kilometers, to feed. Their travel routes shape the forest's seed dispersal, influencing the growth of plant species across their territory. Spider monkeys are social, living in fission-fusion groups that split and merge depending on food availability. They use loud whoops and screams to communicate over long distances. But despite their intelligence and importance, they're in serious trouble. Overhunting, especially with the use of firearms, and deforestation have decimated their numbers. They are among the first species to vanish in disturbed forests. Their population is now considered endangered, with numbers declining by over 50% in the last 3 generations. As top fruit dispersers and indicators of healthy rainforest canopies, losing the black-faced black spider monkey would collapse entire sections of the Amazon's ecological web. There is no mistaking a bald wakari. Its stark crimson face and bald head contrast sharply against its fluffy white to orange body. That color isn't just for show, it's a health indicator. Bright red means a strong immune system. Pale means sickness. To a mate, it's nature's litmus test. Living in flooded Várzea forests of western Brazil and parts of Peru, these monkeys are perfectly adapted for seasonal flooding. They spend their lives navigating the forest canopy above ever-changing river levels, feeding on unripe fruit, seeds, and even insects. Short, powerful limbs make them agile climbers, but their non-prehensile tails mean they can't swing like spider monkeys. Instead, they leap from branch to branch, often in noisy groups of up to 30 individuals. Their range is extremely limited, and this specialization makes them highly vulnerable. Habitat fragmentation, illegal pet trade, and hunting by locals have put them on the endangered species list. Worse, their striking appearance makes them targets. Conservation efforts are focused on protecting the flooded forest ecosystems they rely on and curbing poaching through environmental education in local communities. The bald wakari is more than a marvel. It's a symbol of ecological precision. Unseen by most, the Amazonian royal flycatcher lives a quiet life, until it suddenly reveals one of the most spectacular displays in the bird world. Typically brown and unassuming, this 15-centimeter bird unveils a brilliant fan-shaped crest of red, blue, and yellow when courting or alarmed. It's a visual explosion designed to stun and impress, and it works. It nests in riverine forests, building long, hanging nests that swing like pendulums over streams and swamps. These nests can stretch up to 1 meter long and are suspended from branches above water to avoid predation. Insects make up the majority of its diet, captured mid-air with surgical precision. But as logging pushes deeper into remote Amazonian regions, the royal flycatcher's riverside habitats are among the first to go. Though not yet officially endangered, its low population density, specialized nesting behavior, and elusive nature make it highly sensitive to environmental change. Its disappearance would go almost unnoticed, and that's precisely the danger. Powerful, majestic, and hauntingly silent, the harpy eagle is the undisputed apex predator of the canopy. Named after the mythological Greek harpies, It carries an aura of mystique and danger. Females can weigh up to 9 kilograms and have talons longer than a grizzly bear's claws. They can snatch a 7-kilogram monkey mid-flight with bone-crushing force. They nest in the tallest trees, often over 50 meters high, returning to the same site for decades. Raising just one chick every 2 to 3 years, their reproductive rate is painfully slow. Both parents invest heavily in rearing, making them incredibly vulnerable to nest disturbance. Harpy eagles require vast, unbroken forests to hunt their primary prey: sloths, howler monkeys, and iguanas. But logging, poaching, and agriculture are slicing the forest into unusable fragments. In Brazil, these eagles have vanished from over 50% of their historic range. Yet in areas where forests remain intact, they thrive. Saving the harpy eagle means protecting massive tracts of rainforest. And if they disappear, so does the balance they maintain over prey populations below. At the edge of science fiction and nature lies the glass frog, a creature with skin so clear you can see its internal organs. Most species live high in the canopy, near clean, fast-moving mountain streams. Their breeding rituals are delicate and complex. Males call from overhanging leaves and guard egg clutches laid on the undersides. When hatched, the tadpoles drop into the waters below. Glass frogs play a vital role in the food chain, acting both as predator of insects and prey to birds, snakes, and mammals. Their transparent bodies provide camouflage from both above and below, a natural adaptation rarely seen elsewhere in the animal kingdom. Unfortunately, they are some of the first amphibians affected by pollution, fungal infections like chytrid, and rising temperatures. Several species within this family are already extinct, and many more are critically endangered. They're ecological sentinels. Their population trends are warnings about the health of the ecosystem. Lose them, and we lose the Amazon's natural alarm system. These 10 creatures are more than rare. They're vital. They pollinate, prune, fertilize, and balance the rainforest from the shadows. When they vanish, the silence speaks volumes. Their stories aren't over, but time is running out. At the last of their kind, we believe awareness is the first step to action. Share their story, be their voice, because once they're gone forever. Subscribe. Learn more. Protect the Amazon today.